My name is Carley Sukkert. This is my handler Hayden and my horse Newton. And today I'm going to be demonstrating different type of bandages. Bandaging is a very important skill to know how to do properly, because if you do it improperly, you could cord the horse's tendon, or also known as a bandage bow. And while I'm demonstrating these different types of bandages, I'm always going to have Hayden, my handler, on the same side as me. The first bandage that I'm going to demonstrate is a polo bandage. A polo is used in everyday working for protection, not support. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to wrap a polo. So I'm going to start at the front of his cannon bone, wrap it a little bit around there so I have a little bit of leverage, and start wrapping from the front to the back, making sure there's no wrinkles or uneven pressure on any spot. And I want to go down in even layers. And once I get down to the fetlock, in saddle seat we don't like to make the V, so I'm just going to make a straight line across and then work my way back up. Not too tight or not too loose, just a snug pressure. Then I'm going to secure the polo bandage with the Velcro, just like so. The next bandage that I'm going to be demonstrating is a standing bandage. A standing bandage can be used for support in the stall. Say if you did a hard workout with your horse and you're worried about his legs stocking up or swelling, you can apply this to prevent swelling and inflammation. So for the standing bandage, I'm going to use a pillow and a knit wrap. You could also use a no-bow wrap or a quilt wrap. And instead of a knit wrap, you could use a track bandage. However, these are the materials that I choose to use today. And you also do not want to use a polo when using a standing bandage, because you could pull too tight and cause the leg to cord or a bandage bow. And now I'll demonstrate how to apply the standing bandage. So I'm going to apply the pillow first. And as I apply the pillow, I'm going to manipulate it so there aren't any kinks or wrinkles that could cause harm to the leg. Then I'm going to apply the knit wrap over, start at the top, and then work my way down, again manipulating the bandage so it is nice and straight, applying pressure evenly over the leg. And I'm going to go back up the leg and secure the wrap with the Velcro. And check to make sure it's not too tight at the top or not too tight at the bottom. And there you have a standing bandage. The next bandage I'm going to be demonstrating is a hoof wrap. Before even starting the wrap, I'm going to make my cross with the duct tape that will go over the vet wrap. So I'm going to take one piece, start over here, and then I'm just going to overlap the pieces just a little bit, like that. I'm going to go 4 across and then 4 down. Now, Newton's foot isn't that big, but if you were doing a larger horse, you would need more than 4 pieces of duct tape. Now I'm going to start going this way, pushing the duct tape up against the other duct tape.
I'm going to be demonstrating how to put a polo on. Polo is not used for support, but
You want to overlap these as well. And there we have the duct tape cross. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to do the actual hoof wrap. When using a hoof wrap, you can use it for if your horse has lost a shoe or if you're trying to draw out an abscess, which you would then apply ichthymol to a telfa pad. And for demonstration purposes, since Newton still does have his shoe on, I'm not going to apply the ointment to his shoe. So you would apply the ointment to the telfa pad and then place the telfa pad right in the center of their hoof. And then you're going to use the little end of the diaper to push into his toe. And I'm going to pull it over his foot. Pull the Velcro that the diaper has, stick it onto the other piece of the diaper. Same with this side. Apply it to the top and just pull it over, make sure it's covering all of the hoof. Then I'm going to take my vet wrap and start wrapping the diaper with the vet wrap. And since this is on the hoof, you do not have to worry about the vet wrap getting too tight on the hoof, but you do want to be concerned about getting it too tight on there on the coronary band. I'm going to wrap all of the diaper up. Wrap the back of the foot, and come to the front, wrap the toe. And just rip the vet wrap once I'm finished. And then now is where I'm going to take the cross and apply it to his hoof. Apply it to the center and then start pushing the duct tape around his hoof. And then I'm gonna have him put his foot down to see if I have missed any spots. And then there's a couple spots where it is showing over, the vet wrap is still showing, so I want to apply some duct tape to that so he does not rip the vet wrap. And the duct tape is just like an outer layer that's like a shell to protect the wrap. And I don't want to go all the way up because that is where his hoof meets his, that's where the coronary band is. So with this piece right here, I'm just going to rip it off because it did reach his skin and that could cause irritation. I'm going to apply one to the back because it is a little loose on the back. And then I'm going to try to roll it over a little bit so it is not on his fur. And there you have a hoof wrap. The next bandage I'm going to be demonstrating is a wound bandage. And with the wound bandage, you're going to need a non-adhesive telfa pad, ointment of choice or ointment that your vet recommends, some roll gauze, elasticon, a knit or track wrap, whichever you prefer to use, and a pillow, no-bow bandage, or a quilt. So the first thing, when you use a wound bandage, you're going to be using it to cover stitches or just a cut that the horse gets on the leg that you don't want dirt getting into. And also, you can use it to prevent swelling. So the first thing I'm going to do is open the ointment. I'm just going to use Vaseline for demonstration purposes. And I'm going to take the telfa pad and dip it into the ointment instead of dipping my hands into the ointment and then putting it on the telfa pad. This just prevents any contamination of getting bacteria onto the telfa pad. So I'm going to get just a little bit onto the telfa pad so it will stick to the leg. This also helps it stick to the leg. And then I'm going to come over here and say Newton has an injury to the front of his cannon bone. I'm going to take the telfa pad and place it right where the injury would be. And then I'm going to take some roll gauze and cover the telfa pad, making sure there's no wrinkles in it. And this just helps keep the telfa pad in place while you are applying the pillow and then the knit wrap. And then once that's applied, I'm going to take my pillow and knit wrap and apply the pillow on top, just like your normal standing bandage, manipulating it as I wrap around the leg so there's no wrinkles. I'm going to take my knit wrap, start at the top, wrap around one more time at the top before I go down the leg, and applying even pressure. Then I'm going to work my way back up the leg. And secure the bandage with the Velcro. And then another step to the wound bandage is applying elasticon. Elasticon is to hold the wound bandage in place and also prevent dirt and debris to getting into the wrap. So I'm going to take my elasticon and scissors. And before applying the elasticon, I do want to check to make sure I can fit fingers in the top and the bottom so it is not too snug. Elasticon, half on the top of his leg and then half on the bandage. Come around and overlap a little bit, and then cut with my scissors. Apply that. Then same for the bottom, just to keep it in place. Half on the leg and half on the bandage. Overlap a little bit. Then cut with my scissors. Push it so it won't come off, so it's nice and secure. And there you have a wound bandage. The next bandage I'm going to be demonstrating is a stack wrap. Using stack wraps, it's similar to the standing bandage. However, if your horse has an injury, say stitches, wound, or something above the knee, you're going to want to use a stack wrap because you can't just apply a wrap up here and not expect it to fall down. So when applying a stack wrap, you're going to start with a longer pillow at the bottom, and like a standing wrap, I'm going to wrap it around his leg, but I'm going to go lower than a normal standing wrap. So I'm going to start lower, make sure I tuck everything in, avoiding wrinkles and kinks. I'm going to take my track wrap, tuck the tail in, start at the top, go around one more at the top, and then pulling all the wrinkles out and manipulating the pillow as I go down. And I'm going to pull snug with not too much pressure, but not too loose where it's going to slip if he moves. And then I'm just going to work my way back up. Pulling all the wrinkles out. And just secure it. With the Velcro. Okay. Now I'm going to take my other pillow and use the bottom wrap as an anchor phase and as a shelf for my top wrap. Lay it on top, and you don't want to overlap them, just want to have it on top like a shelf. I'm going to take the longer track wrap for the top, wrap it around after I tucked it in, wrap it around one more just to get this secured at the top. And I'm going to work my way all the way down. Over the other bandage. And then back up. Same pressure through the whole leg. Since this wrap does not have a Velcro, I'm going to use masking tape to secure it. I'm going to wrap around once, and then go around one more time just to secure it at the top, and then work my way down a little bit just to have pressure around the whole thing so it does not fall. And some people believe that if you do not spiral the tape, you could cork your horse's leg. However, it is masking tape, and if you don't wrap it tight enough, you will be perfectly fine if you just wrap around the top. And the last step of the stack wrap is to apply Elasticon. I have already pre-cut my Elasticon so it does not get too tight as I apply it. The Elasticon is to keep the wrap stable and to prevent debris from getting inside. So I'm going to start at the front, half on the bandage and half on the skin, and then wrap around. Make sure it's nice and secure, the top, and same with the bottom. Make sure it's nice and secure so no debris or dirt can get in and it will stay put. Thank you for watching my bandaging video, and remember, it's always important to practice these bandages because it could go wrong very quickly. So practice makes perfect.